Hello Aries, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card horoscope for the week starting November 6th, 2017. And a quick reminder for all of you out there, if you ever do want to get a session with me, you do need to go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. It's where you can schedule a session for yourself or order a downloadable video file. So let's get started here and have a look and see what is going on with the astrology of this week. Well, on Thursday we've got a very nice aspect going on. We've got the Sun in Scorpio in your 8th house of shared resources and passive income, forming a lovely trine to Pluto, currently in your 10th house of career. And it does look like a new rule or a new policy or some kind of decision of that nature is going to be made in your favor regarding a situation that involves either an expense or extra income coming to you. This could be an opportunity to be accruing more funds on the side, possibly through some kind of extra job, or perhaps even getting just a little bit more for doing something a little bit extra as a rule. Or this could actually also involve maybe some kind of change in the way a payout structure works regarding a financial arrangement you are in. This could be a refinancing opportunity or a way to actually keep more money in your pocket but also get some faster in the short term. There we go. So, what is going on Saturday? Well, on Saturday we've got another harmonious aspect. We've got Saturn in Sagittarius, into your 9th house of government and legal proceedings, higher education, travel, your spiritual life, broadcasting, and it's forming a very nice trine to Uranus, the planet of upheaval and a little bit of chaos in your sign. And interestingly enough, when Saturn trines to Uranus, we do have bringing order to chaos. And this may actually be a really good thing for a lot of you, especially if you've been feeling like something has been up in the air, and we really do need to have some kind of major decision agreed upon in a way that works for everybody, especially as it relates to school or travel or a government or legal situation that has gotten out of hand. If things have been too chaotic, there's been too many wrenches thrown in, if something has been a little bit too unpredictable in any of these areas, we're going to be fixing that right away, and again, bringing a little bit of order to the chaos, if that makes sense. So we've got some good news going on in all of those areas. So what's going on with your cards this week? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of fire. Remember, we're using a different deck. And we talk about fire here. The text reads, reckless actions lead to conflict. And the element of fire in this deck talks about needing to know how to, again, bring something under control that is most likely to escalate this week, or that, just pay attention to when things have a tendency to escalate this week. When we talk about reckless actions leading to conflict, sometimes we don't know when we're doing something reckless, or when somebody else is doing something reckless. We may say too much. We may be in a situation where we let our emotions do the talking as opposed to our brains. We may, be in a situation where we're taking some kind of calculated risk because, there might be a better reward for it, but again, it's hard to contain that fire. This week it's important to play it a little bit more defensively and a bit more conservatively with the way you use your energies, and to make sure that you're not doing anything overly bold or, just pay attention to where even where you think you're using a light touch, it's heavier than you think. For your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Knight of Cups upright. Remember, this is the mystical manga tarot. And the Knight of Cups is actually showing up as, again, somebody giving you some kind of favor, and it does look like preferential treatment working for you, because the Knight of Cups is always going to be somebody actually taking a personal interest in you. Not necessarily in a scandalous way, but definitely somebody who is, again, giving you that preference because they like who you are or what you bring to the table. This could be something that pushes a job situation in your favor, or quite possibly, again, something that involves changing a rule, or perhaps some kind of payment arrangement, because, again, it's a personal favor to you. This person is actually going out of their way for you this week. So, of course, make sure that you, know how to, put gratitude into action, because that nothing keeps the good fortune going like gratitude in action, okay? We've already got a great start. For your communications with air, when it comes to your friends, your relatives, the others in your life, we do have the Seven of Wands reversed. And this is probably where we're going into the topic of, again, that fire card, reckless actions. Because the Seven of Wands reverse can talk about a conversation that suddenly kind of turns into overkill. And with the Seven of Wands reversed, it can indicate, you know, again, maybe trying to hammer a point home in a conversation or a debate, and suddenly things turn a little bit ugly. It's very important, the Seven of Wands reversed, for all members involved to stop being on the attack when you're getting your way. You know, that's a big lesson, because, you know, some people do get their way and they're still bitter. Some people still get their way and they're angry about it took this long, you know, and a myriad of other problems and, you know, and psychoanalyses happen there. And with the Seven of Wands reversed, it is saying watch out for overkill this week. You know, some people, again, they will beat a dead horse. And you will be able to actually, I think, get a friend or a family member to, you know, kind of come around to your way of thinking. But be careful this week not to just keep it on repeat, because again, overkill can actually backfire this week. So if there is some kind of argument or debate, especially if it's been going on for a while, that we will win, but be very mindful not to rub it in. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Lover's card reversed. And the Lover's card reversed is saying that this is a week where, you know, we need to pay attention to some commitments that we can't keep anymore. Okay? And to be honest with ourselves when it comes to making sure that we, you know, we don't hold ourselves to commitments, you know, that we shouldn't have actually made in the first place. It's okay to take that off the table. The Lover's card reverse could bring about some disappointments for others, especially if all of a sudden you're saying, I can't commit to that anymore, I can't be there anymore. This, you know, routine that we have, or this arrangement that we have isn't working it didn't work in the first place, but, you know, it definitely doesn't work anymore. And the Lover's card reverse is saying getting yourself out of it while still keeping it a win-win for everybody is going to be your challenge, but it's the only way to actually do this right and make sure that everyone stays in good standing with each other this week. So if there's something that you've been trying to get out of, something you've been trying to escape, and you just have not figured out a way how, we will have our opportunity this week, and it definitely would behoove you to do it. Don't lead anybody on anymore. For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we've got the Queen of Swords upright. Beautiful card for love and romance, because the Queen of Swords does talk about an opportunity for those of you who are single and looking to meet somebody that is pretty much almost like a brain twin this week. Usually with the Queen of Swords, we see somebody who's been through a lot, but it's been like through a lot of the same life experience that we have been through ourselves. And this could actually spark a really, really interesting chemistry, because we're starting off the relationship, or the relationship potential, away from, I guess you could say, conventional chemistry, okay? It's not saying that attraction won't be there, but it's definitely a bit more sophisticated and intellectual than just like, I want to jump your bones. And the Queen of Swords upright can often indicate, again, an air sign, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, or somebody with a heavy amount of those airy qualities to them. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Queen of Swords upright could indicate a partner, or, you know, that you're with, maybe a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife kind of situation, who basically is kind of taking the reins this week. And we actually have, with the Queen of Swords, he or she is going to be stepping up and kind of cutting the crap, I guess you could say. If there's been a problem that you've been kind of dealing with, and maybe you've been dealing with it a bit gingerly or gently with a friend, a relative, or even a child you both raised together, your partner is kind of the one who's going to stop, you know, who's going to stop playing nice. But I think this is a situation where we've been playing it too nice, so maybe he or she has the right idea. And with the Queen of Swords upright, they may actually hammer a point home for you, and you've been being, again, a bit too nice to do it, and it may actually be a bit of a relief to see, you know, our partner going up and actually tackling this matter as quickly and efficiently as a Queen of Swords would. So that is your horoscope. Aries, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you ever want to get a session with me, you can always follow the links below, or go to integrativemysticism.com.